Hi, all. Thank you for waiting. Sorry about that. I guess I'm 1 minute late. It happens. Uh, Hi, Lynn. Show USA vlogs and uh, Felina. Is that how you pronounce it? And Astro. How you all doing? Yeah, I'm here now. Sorry about that. Hi, 916. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I'm real sorry about that. Usually I'm here before, but if you guys come more often to the live, I will give you jackets, so don't worry about that. I'm just a little. If you guys come more often to the live, I will give you jackets, so don't worry about that. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize I had the other channel on too. Sorry about that. Hi, Mary. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, it looks like a few people left. I don't know. It's hard to tell. The counter says two people, but there probably is more here. It's just the way it does it. It does things like that all the time. Oh, I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. I fixed my other computer, my desktop in my living room. So I'm pretty happy about that. I don't know how long it's going to last. Hopefully, it's going to last a little while longer. I'm hoping. Yeah, I did a shout out for paint, paintings for something. She's a painter. I don't know if you've seen that or not. I shared her out on my community tab on my channel. I don't know if you've seen it. Yeah, yeah. Hi, PH from Norway. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Hopefully it'll last me till June. We shall see. I haven't touched the model in like 2 months now. Almost 2 months. I don't know. I just can't get into it. I will eventually, I guess. Well, my channel's growing. It's growing. It's almost at 1,200, so I'm pretty happy about that. Is that pretty cold in Norway? PH? I've been to Norway a couple times when I lived in Europe. I'm not going to be online for long, though. Oh, there's 4 people now. Thanks all for coming. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, that convoy, Mary, I think it's doing a lot of justice. They're standing up for rights. Uh, I wish more Canadian people would stand up for the rights, but they talk a lot, but they don't. They don't protest or nothing. They're scared. They're scared. I got a meeting with the MP for this town pretty soon. I got a representative to represent me, so I will say my peace of mind about the whole ordeal about the government. No problem. Yeah, Norway is a nice area. Got a lot of history over there in Norway. Yeah, I support them too, Mary. But it's not just truckers either. It's average people too. They're not all truck drivers. there are other people involved too, like normal people that don't ride big rigs. So, but it's all over Canada right now. Manitoba had one, and British Columbia, and other places. So, hi, Brooklyn Chick. Thanks for popping in. No problem. Anytime. Anytime. I will. Hi, Sean. How's it going? Uh, Let me invite you if you'd like to come in. Just hold on. Copy. Here you go, Sean. If you're not driving or whatever, here's links. Yeah, Brooklyn Chick. I might pop in later after I'm done this live stream. Okay, I will pop in. I'll use my phone when I pop in your panel. So did two pencils work, Brooklyn Chick, last night or no?
Hi,
Hey,
how you been?
how's it going?
How you been?
Not too bad. There's Sean. How's it going, Sean? Wait, you're not live right now, Brooklyn Chick? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hang on, I'm having trouble at the moment.
No problem.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Yep. How you doing? Staying out of trouble?
I'm okay,
Reset my
Tom.
phone. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Now my earballs.
No, Johnny Small Pepper. No, that's not my rod. I wish. No, that's a picture that I had from a magazine. I wish. Yeah, they're meeting sometime this week, Mary. I think Friday. The truckers with the government. I used to race though, Johnny, a long time ago, back in the 70s. Alexa's Robocop, dude. You got a bad connection over there, Sean? Hi, Ernie. How you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Hey, John,
Yeah.
I got something. I thought about doing if anybody's committed, about doing a 2-hour presentation. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now it's all backed up by evidence. It's not a bunch of fantasy thinking. It's addressing the problems that everybody cannot put into words what is wrong. They know something's wrong. They draw at straws. They hear something that feels good. They repeat it and think that that's going to solve the issue. No, it's not. There's we're living through history is what it is. If you want to call it that.
Right.
And it's what I learned from one of the most excellent economics professors I ever had. I learned more outside of his class from his direction than what I learned in class. And it's going to be uncomfortable for a lot of people to hear because it goes against what we were told to believe and accept without question our whole lives by people who didn't even know them themselves. And as Americans, we're very guilty of that.
Right.
And believe me, it was hard for me to swallow it and accept. But I was thinking about doing either a premiere or a live stream and do a presentation and then open up the panel for questions.
Yes, perfect. Leave it. Just leave it. Don't touch it. Okay, that's better.
What
Yeah,
we're
I
living
think
through.
I think that would be good, Sean.
In short, what we're living through
As long as the top is
the last remnants of a dying economic system. And a lot of people are having problems with that.
Right.
Just like every economic system in history,
That's that.
slavery, feudalism, primitive tribalism, are born, evolved over time, and die.
Say it with confidence,
No
not
exception.
laughter.
Because we were taught it was the end of history. Because all of our textbooks were written by people who celebrated.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be a good idea, Sean, because a lot of people
How
Oh,
are
about trying
blinded
to say it
by
in
a lot
English,
of things
not
going on
Spanish?
in history.
In the middle there, I got to see cotton candy.
Now let me do it.
Every time I see multicolored hair, I want to go
Charlie.
pick at it. It just looks like cotton candy.
Yeah.
Charlie, are you here?
That was my favorite snack going to the carnival or the fair or whatever.
Ah,
Cotton candy.
bitch! Didn't work.
Hey, Brooklyn, do you have an extra channel on or what?
Alright. Charlie, are you here?
But I remember as a kid, I always said, it looks like Owens Corning fiberglass insulation.
Yeah, it's good to see the big chief back.
But see, I don't want to spend an hour or two making a presentation of this and not have questioning. I really would like a lot of people to participate, even though how uncomfortable it is.
Right. Hi, Danny. How you doing? Hey, Mason.
And a lot of the history, important history, was omitted in our history books, which was very important for us to learn.
Yeah.
But
No, Mason, I
it-
haven't yet.
It was purposely done, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of things are hidden truth, if you ask me. If you think about it, Sean.
Well, not a lot. Maybe in military history, but when it comes to economics and the economic history of our country, a lot what happened in the early 20th century is hidden from us. They
Right.
wanted it to disappear and make people forget about it, which the American attention span is not very, very long.
No. Yeah, who knows how much of the history is lied to us, really.
Yes,
You know?
yes, about a lot of things, and you'd be shocked to find out.
Oh, yeah.
Because I get into, well, people try to draw me into their argument, and I try to tell them, just because you visited another country does not make you an expert and
No.
equate you as an immediate expert. If you just go there and see the sites, did you learn anything? Did you engage the people? Did you actually dig into the culture like I do? Like go to a piece of theater and go to a library? You'll learn a lot more about the culture doing that than you will just by going to see the site.
Right.
But
Right.
people have a different wavelength of thinking. Oh, I went to Germany. I'm an expert about the whole country, and they didn't learn a damn thing.
Yeah. 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 I've been to Germany too.
Berlin is a good educator,
Oh yeah.
especially now. Because if you were taught a lot about their history and what happened to it, and actually answer the question honestly, what happened to it, get a full understanding.
Yeah.
Because we weren't taught the full understanding of why certain things happened the way it did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've said, people in my past live streams, what happened with the assassination of one man, the Archduke Ferdinand of Austria, led to everything that has happened up until this point. The assassination of one man caused a lot of world events,
Oh yeah.
where
Yeah.
one led into another.
Yeah. I was watching a true story about some raptor that got killed. They made a movie on it. He was well known, from what I heard. I don't
Who?
listen to rap, but
Oh,
Lefty
there's a bunch of those that have been killed.
Lefty was telling me about it, and I said, "Well, there's a movie on it."
There was the notorious B.I.G. He had a big heart. I learned a lot about him. And then
Right.
there was Tupac.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the one. I don't listen to rap, so I don't have no freaking clue. I listen to heavy metal or rock, one of the two.
I like metal, rock, blues, real blues.
Yeah, like John Mayo.
Yeah, Joe Bonamassa totally
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
brought the blues back to life, and it's like, oh, what a breath of fresh air. When I learned about him 3 years ago, oh,
yeah,
he was awesome. Slow Train and Blue and Evil. Oh my God, Joe Bonamassa is the man.
yeah, yeah. I-901 and C09. A lot of these names I can't pronounce, man.
Slow Jim. He's got a lot of good tunes.
Oh yeah, yeah,
If you go on YouTube and look up live at the Beacon Theater, oh, excellent concert.
yeah. Bluegrass is almost like blues, isn't it?
It's like the oldest version of blues.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they used to have bluegrass festivals here in Ontario a long time ago, though. Hi, Christy. How you doing? Oh, quite a few people coming in.
But see, John, I wanted to do maybe a live stream and then open the panel after I'm done.
Yeah,
You can't do something like this because you're going to have people to interrupt you, step all over you, and I don't want that. Okay,
no, no,
I'm going
no,
to
no.
do a presentation, and I said, y'all get your pens and pencils out and write down. Okay, if you got a question about something, I can answer it.
Right.
But here's the kicker: Americans are going to have to set their freaking phone down, tell Google to go to hell, and go to a library and actually read a book, or Barnes and Noble and order it.
Yeah, yeah,
I know that's like pulling teeth with Americans, but you got to do it if you want. Because I'm going to point to people. You'll find this out in such and such book. Read it.
yeah,
If you don't believe, because I don't want people to take my word for it like a lot of other people do on their screens. No, I'm pointing you to where to go look. It's up to you to go read it or not. You got to
yeah,
be adult enough. I mean, I read all the books. I can point to you where I get it from
yeah.
because there's the evidence, and it's all these books are pre-internet.
Right, right. I'm doing good, Christy. Mary's asking you if you're going to Washington D.C.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Depending on why they're doing it. If they're doing it for foolish and stupid reasons, it's a waste of time and a waste of my effort. Because all they're fighting for is just theater and field dressing. Is all it is. You want to address the real issue? Throw me in front of them and let me talk to them.
Yeah.
They'll probably lock me in a trunk and push me in the Hudson with Luca Brasi.
See that big convoy going on in Canada of all the truckers?
Yeah, they already got it lined up. It's going to happen here.
Yeah.
They're going to invade D.C. They're going to go up 95, 40, and all this other crap. And I'm like, look, if they want real change and real things to happen, you got to address the issue that I'm going to mention. All that other crap is all field dressing. It's theater. And people are looking all the other different directions instead of looking at the source of what's causing all this.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right
And
there.
what's provoked all this. And I'm by far the only one. There's a lot of people that see the way our economy is,
Yeah.
and they're very scared.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, you got economists that are this way and that way politically, but one thing we all do agree on is that this is the worst situation, our economic history, that in our lifetimes. This is the worst.
For sure.
It can get worse, but we're hoping that won't happen. It could.
It's almost like World War III here now.
World War III ain't going to solve nothing.
No, but I mean, it's almost like World War III with the amount of people that are dying from this virus and whatnot. You know what I mean?
I don't mean to brag. I got my test results from the doctor.
Oh, yeah.
I'm naturally immune.
Yeah, me too.
Because she asked me, there's no way, no one, because everybody has been in contact with it, and you show no signs of the antibody or have been in contact with it, and with what you do, it's impossible. She goes, so you're naturally immune. I said, because my doctor's a Pinay. And I'm good, darling. Can I have my card so I can go to the Philippines now? She goes, not so fast. She's teasing me.
Yeah, yeah.
She married a biochemist.
Oh, yeah.
She's a doctor herself.
Well, yeah, maybe in the States, but not here in Canada, Mary. They're not going to stop that. We're going to still need a passport showing that we had our shots.
But if you're naturally immune, they're still debating it because it's a gray area. Because getting the shots isn't going to do anything for it.
No.
See, what it is, naturally immune, that means I won't even carry it.
Yeah.
You get vaccinated, you're not cured, and you can still carry it to other people.
Right.
Me, when it attacks me, my immunity destroys it completely, and I cannot pass it to anybody.
Well, that's what my doctor said. He said your immune system is really high. He said your body just fights everything. Because I haven't been sick since I was a kid. So that. What does that tell you?
What she said is, by the time they sort this shit out, she said within a year this is all going to go away.
Yeah, another year. Yeah. It's a long struggle, though, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Well, that's like me. I got a meeting with the MP guy, March. Okay, about this unemployment. They stopped it all and all that shit, and I had to go on welfare. By the time they put all the paperwork in, it'll be June. Then I'll be fully retired. So what's the sense? You know what I mean?
But a lot of people don't realize that about the vaccine. I wanted to tell you about that. Is getting the vaccine, all it'll do for you is hopefully not make you so sick if you catch it. It won't
Right.
make you hospitalized or extremely sick.
Right.
Even vaccinated, you can still carry it and give it to other people.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to tell people that are vaccinated to get the virus.
Yeah. Our vaccinating me or you will do absolutely nothing.
No,
It could probably compromise our immune system. Why mess with something that's not broken?
that's right. You're right there. Yeah,
It's just the luck.
I got my first check from YouTube.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
We were just the luck of the gene pool. I wish I had the luck of the gene pool elsewhere. I'd
Yeah.
trade this. I'm like, yeah, man, I want to be built like John Holmes. That's the kind of gene pool I wanted to be part of.
Yeah. Oh, it looks pretty dark over there. No lights on the highway.
Oh, I'm out here in western Oklahoma, about ready to get into Texas. I'll probably shut down in Amarillo. But no, there's no lights out here except for
Wow.
whatever the driver's coming towards me or me heading out that way. That's west on 40.
You ever get into any fog, like really thick fog that you can't drive?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Just glad not now. I got to take this load to Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Yeah, because I used to drive to New Brunswick, and we have to take the Trans-Canada Highway, and the fog was so freaking thick you couldn't see in front of your eyes. That's
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Lynn Show, USA. How you doing?
Every night, the worst place for fog would be Interstate 68 and that long, narrow stick of the state of Maryland. It's real thin when you look at the map. Or Fancy Gap. It's at the border of Virginia and North Carolina. It's in North Carolina, Fancy Gap. When you're out of Fancy Gap, you've just entered Virginia.
Yeah.
It gets really foggy there, and it can get foggy out west, but it's a hit or miss out there.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Kelly Claudwell. How are you doing tonight? Oh, there's 9 people in the chat. That's pretty good.
But see, I'm doing 70. These people are doing 80 that are passing me.
In Montreal, I was driving the speed limit, and they gave me a ticket for slowing the traffic.
I'm governed at 70. I can turn it up because I own the equipment, but if I do that, Prime could say, look, you turn your truck down or we're going to cancel your contract and go elsewhere. And I like where I'm at right now. So, plus, I don't want to go faster than 70 either.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Kelly Claudwell. So how many hours do you drive continuous? You can't pass a certain amount of hours, is it?
MOD is different. That's the Canadian version. You can drive 13 hours. We can only drive 11.
Yeah, I think it's 13 or 14 here.
Yeah, we can only do 11 hours within a 14-hour span and a full 70-hour clock.
Right.
I hate the 70-hour. All that does is control how much money you can make.
Yeah.
And, well, the first thing is I get 8 hours, and within that 8-hour drive time, I have to take a 30-minute break to get my remainder 3 hours,
Right.
which is a stupid rule in the first place. Because there's nobody going to drive 11 hours straight without stopping to piss or take a dump or get coffee or get food. We stop sporadically. I think the longest I drove without stopping was about six hours.
Right.
But
Yeah,
me,
I
I
saw
drink
that, dude.
coffee and a lot of bottled water, so I'm pissing every hour at least.
Oh, thanks, Alexis.
Oh, on that note, any of you people traveling and you got to piss real bad, you're about ready to bust, do not follow, I warn you, do not follow a man in front of you taking it for granted you're going to end up in the men's room. I ended up in the women's room with that dude in front of me. I saw women at the thing. They looked at both of us. We stopped both. And I'm like, man, you led me in here.
I've
But
done that
I'll tell
once.
you what.
I went in the woman's bathroom and I was drunk. And I
Uh,
walked out of there, and the woman is looking at me and says, "You're in the wrong bathroom."
yeah, but I've never heard a woman bust ass before. That was the first time I ever had that happen. I was turning out the door, and all of a sudden I heard it, and I just started laughing. And I said, dude, I never heard a woman bust ass before.
Oh, hi, still the Diecast Racing. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, that happened earlier this morning.
What's that?
That happened early this morning on Interstate 44 around Tulsa. It was in one of the turnpike plazas that they have. It's in the middle of the highway.
So you plan to come back to Canada again one day, or what?
If they'll let me, they better. Because if I was there, I told a couple of drivers I know. I said, Canadian Rattler, you better tell them drivers there that if they want their Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, they better get the ball rolling because I'm the one that brings it to Toronto.
Yeah, I don't live that far from Toronto. About an hour drive from Toronto.
Because y'all run out of boner pills, it's because I hadn't been there. Because there's only me and a few others that could go into Canada, and we have that contract from Eli Lilly.
Right. Hi, Fluffy. Yeah, I live closer to Niagara Falls, I think, than Toronto. I'm right in the middle, pretty well.
Yeah, but I bring enough to service the entire Ontario province. Probably even more than that.
I know that there was a lot of American drivers, truck drivers, that used to go to Snyder's here when the company was here, but
as a matter of fact, when I met up with Darren before Halloween, that's what I was delivering in Toronto was Viagra.
Oh wow!
I had just delivered it, and I met up with Darren on the west side of Toronto somewhere. And he took me to Swiss Chalet. Man, that is. I don't know how good the food was, but the sauce just overshadowed everything. That
yeah, they got their own sauce. They got their own sauce. Yeah, it's out of this world.
I kept dipping the sandwich in it. It was really good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, John. I'm on my line.
And next time I'm there, I'm going to buy a bunch of that and bring it home with me.
Yeah, I think you can buy a bottle of it. Sean,
yeah, you can buy it in glass jars.
Yeah, yeah.
But Darren, he just poured it all over his fries and everything. That was interesting.
Yeah, that's a different sauce, that's for sure.
Because I asked him, I said, let's go somewhere that is only in Canada. I don't want to get something I can get here in the States.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, we don't have Swiss Chalet here.
No way. Yeah, we got a lot of American restaurants here. Like Burger King. Burger King owns Tim Hortons now.
Wasn't Tim Hortons from Canada originally?
Yep. Yep.
I thought so.
Tim Hortons was a hockey player.
Well, for the Senators, right?
Yeah. 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 His wife owned the shares, and then she sold it to Burger King. They must be
the NHL
great by now.
Yeah, the NHL is talking about expansion again, and I hope they bring the Nordiques back. If they do that, then the Canadians and the Nords, that was the most bloody rivalry in the NHL.
Yeah.
I remember it, man.
I wouldn't know, Chrissy. I don't know what good Canadian whiskey is because I don't drink the stuff.
Where did the Nords play? Outside of Montreal or in Montreal?
And Montreal.
In Montreal, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I wonder why they have such a nasty rivalry.
yeah. Yeah.
The Habs against the Nords, man, that was bad.
Yeah, my son wanted to see the Maple Leafs, but holy shit, when the cheapest tickets was like $300 each, I said, no freaking way I'm paying that. That's
I like
crazy.
going to the girls' games.
Yeah,
Professional women's hockey league.
yeah, yeah.
I thought dude was going to take me to a Maple Leafs game. No, it was the women's professional league. I'm like, man, damn, they're cute.
Hi, Super Rainbow Queen. Oh, thanks for dropping in. Canadian whiskey, I think the 5-star, I think, Chris, if I'm not mistaken, because my dad used to drink it. It has a 5-star badge on the front of it, but I don't. I think that's what it's called, 5-star. I never drank whiskey. I didn't like the stuff. Makes me a madman, so I don't drink it. Hi, RK Pop. Thanks for popping in. I'm doing good. How about yourself? How's your wife doing? She just came out of surgery.
What did she have done?
I have no idea. I have no idea. He's not live at nighttime. He's during the day mostly now because he looks after his wife. Oh, no problem, RK Bob. Well, did she have major surgery or small surgery? Yeah, they're bringing a whole bunch of Star Wars models out this year, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
I like that new episode of Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett.
I think that's the one they're bringing out as a model.
Well, they did a crossover with Luke and Grogu and the Mando.
Right.
And we got to see Grogu with Luke and everything. I said, my daughter could be happy now. Oh, I'm in Texas now.
Oh wow. Okay, go see Big Chief.
No, Big Chief is way south of here. He's in Corpus Christi.
Has he ever sold any merchandise off that store or whatever? Or no?
Oh, I don't know.
No, he keeps on saying he hasn't even sold any stickers, I don't think. It's not easy.
Hey, he had a great job in the oil fields. Had it taken away.
I bet he did.
Had it taken away just like you. And he was raising his son all by himself, and that was bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I worked in the steel company for so many years, and you got a danger pay. And I tell you, it was like an
y'all aren't the only ones. There's a lot of Americans that are pissed off about that.
Yeah. That's like a lot
of your livelihood taken away.
Yeah. A lot of companies here have closed and went some other country or whatever. A lot of steel companies are gone here. They're not around anymore.
And all the people turn to the people that they surround themselves with, and they try to find a scapegoat and who to blame for it.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm like, no. You put the blame where it belongs. The corporate boards of directors and the major shareholders who decided to do that. Yeah. That's who you blame.
Well, not only that, Sean, sometimes, like, I'm not knocking unions, but a lot of times, unions, they demand way too much. You know,
Well, the unions were good
I'm
in
not
the
talking
day,
about all of them, but some of them do.
yeah, but the unions were destroyed purposely, and they lost sight of the target, what it wasn't,
Yeah,
and they forgot about trying to make sure that the working class had a standard of living, keep a standard of living, and they got a little too greedy.
yeah,
They lost sight of the original idea of the union, because when the original union started back in the 1920s, the CIO here in the United States
right.
was really big, and that's what caused the New Deal in 1933, and that's why we had an economic boom that year.
Yeah, yeah, because a lot of times, you know, like we had a union in the steel company, and a guy would come in drunk, and you would protect the guy. Well, holy shit, send the guy home. Don't have him walking around with cranes overhead. Like that's pretty freaking stupid.
See, well, me being a union steward at one time, I would not have defended that guy. I'd get rid of him.
Yeah, yeah,
He's a danger to everybody.
yeah. Of course, of course. Oh, you don't know Arcade Pop Brooklyn Check? Yeah, I met somebody on another channel. She goes live. Her name is Diane Fairchild, and her birthday is the same day as mine, and we're both the same age.
I subbed her.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
She has a great. She has like 5 channels. Wow.
I only subbed the one. I didn't know she had that many.
Yeah, she's got 5. And she lives in a pretty nice place too.
I mean, when she doesn't speak, when I look at her, she reminds me of Zsa Zsa Gabor.
I says, what do you say when you wake up? Dolly Parton, eat your heart out. That's what I said to her. But she looks good for her age. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, she looks like Zsa Zsa Gabor before she
Yeah,
died.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, from what is it? Petticoat Junk? No, that's a different show. Yeah, I know which show you're talking about. Yeah, she was on I Love Lucy a couple times too. Shazai Gabor.
Yeah,
Weren't there
Lucy,
sisters? Weren't there sisters, like twin sisters?
Lucille Ball.
Yeah,
Lucille Ball was on a few Three Stooges shorts.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
A very young Lucille Ball. I'm like, wow, she was a dish back then. But had it not been for Lucille Ball, a lot of things would have not existed. The Three
Oh, I know.
Stooges would have never got off the ground and made it to Columbia
Yeah,
because she went to the president and said, you need to sign them. Because Lucille Ball had a lot of power as a woman back then.
yeah,
And another one was Star Trek.
yeah,
All the Star Trek fans owe Lucille Ball
yeah.
their future because it was her that told them to get Gene Roddenberry and take him.
Yeah, Green Acres. Yeah, Chris, you're right.
Because she owned Desilu.
No, Alexis, I haven't touched anything. Nope. I haven't touched anything in about 2 months. I haven't built anything in 2 months.
But her
Well,
last word,
that's like Bruce Lee. Like if it wasn't for Bruce Lee, a lot of those guys that do the martial arts now wouldn't be recognized. Like Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris, that was his very first movie was with Bruce Lee.
I like Jackie Chan's earlier movies from the early 80s
Yeah,
because they were comedies. They were
yeah,
funny as
yeah.
hell.
Well, he can't do too much now. He breaks every bone in his body now.
And but Lucille Ball's dying words was, "I have to get my hair done." I'll never forget that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she has a nice pair of legs, I tell you. Wow.
Oh, but Lucille Ball, oh, she was drop dead gorgeous in her 20s.
Yeah, yeah.
She was on this. She did a few shorts with the Stooges.
I always liked that girl on I Dream Jeannie.
Oh yeah,
You know, and Bewitched, the one from Bewitched.
My first crush as a little boy was the girl in the original Charlie's Angels, not Kate Jackson, the taller one with the short dark hair.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I cannot remember her name. I liked her, and Daisy Duke, and the girl that was in Battlestar Galactica. The girl played the. Very rarely saw her, but you saw her when they were launching the fighters from the Battlestar Galactica. She goes,
right.
launch when ready. That girl.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
later on, she made her hair look just like Princess Leia's in The Empire Strikes Back for a few episodes. She did that on purpose to
Right.
celebrate, that movie coming out because she loved Star Wars. She did Princess Leia's hair like a bunch of braids, and they looped up and around, just like on when she was in Cloud City. That's
Right.
how she did her hair.
Yeah.
But she was cute. I had a crush on that girl.
Yeah, Mary, I never cared for Claude Van Damme. Every time he made a movie, he got married. He's been married like 7 or 8 times. Hi, Comicus. How you doing? Yeah, like Bruce Lee, he made a lot, like Chuck Norris and quite a few guys. He made large from his first movie. His daughter's still alive, but she got her name changed and whatnot. She lives in a different area because they think they were still set up. Brandon and Bruce Lee was set up to get killed.
Yeah, it was the Chinese cartel. Is the
Yeah,
story I was told.
yeah, because Bruce Lee he knew things that they couldn't understand how he knew how to do certain things. But he was
I think it was
that
the
guy was
Yakuza.
what's
It
that?
was what the cartel was called. The Yakuza.
Yeah,
Sakusa or something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was a different martial art. Well, it's of everything of martial arts, kickboxing, everything, all included. Yeah, Jackie Chan, he was good. There's quite a few newer ones, but I don't follow uh, the karate movies too much anymore. Especially when they jump like 40 feet in the air and they're still in the air and they're kicking and hitting, and then they fall down down from the sky. No, that to me is too fake.
Jackie Chan was the best at improvising and coordinating a fight and then going at it. Like him standing next to a damn refrigerator and kicking these two guys' ass with the refrigerator. Then he grabs it, he hits the door, then he grabs the pot and hits him over the head with it. He makes the fighting look ridiculous.
Yeah.
But Jackie Chan performs all of his own stunts.
Yeah, he what was it? He had a broken ankle or something like that, and he did his movie of falling out of a helicopter or something. I think that was his last movie that he did. You don't hear anything from that guy Snipes anymore. That color guy. He used to do a lot of
Chris
freaking.
Tucker,
What's that?
his partner in those movies, he did 3 movies. I can't remember the name of it. It was Chris Tucker. They were
Oh, okay.
detectives, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you don't hear too much of that guy Snipes anymore.
Well, Chris Tucker made it big with the movie Friday, but he became really religious and wouldn't do movies like that anymore.
Right.
But Chris Tucker needs to realize that's what put him where he's at. Him doing Def Comedy Jam as an amateur. And that's how he got noticed, because he was hilarious.
Right.
And then when he did that movie Friday, that really put him on the map.
Oh, Rush Hour. There he says.
Rush Hour, that's it. Yeah, Chris Tucker was his partner.
Just like a lot of people like Sylvester Stallone, I don't. He had some good movies, but and Arnold Schwarzenegger, he can't talk worth a crap. He just can act. Yeah, I noticed Adrian hasn't been going on Hangouts anymore lately from Texas.
Yeah, I'm not hungry, but I'd like to do that damn steak at the damn Big Tex. And 18-ounce sirloin, but I'm not really all that hungry. Best place to get a good steak is right there at Big Tex.
Oh yeah, we don't have places like that.
That's where you do the 72-ounce steak challenge. It's free if you can finish it. 72-ounce steak, shrimp cocktail, salad, baked potato, and a roll.
They got
Like
a
shit,
place.
man.
They got a place here.
I just get
A 5-pound hamburger. If you can eat it, you get it for free.
yeah, they got that in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
I had a student that pulled that one off.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is a good actor too. Yeah, Mary.
But I can only eat just alone the 18-ounce steak. I can barely finish it. There's no freaking way I could eat all that other crap.
Oh
But
no.
Molly Schuler has the world record. She polished off 2 full meals in less than an hour,
Oh wow.
and she only weighs 130 pounds soaking wet. She's a cute girl too, but she polished off 2 meals. She polished off the first meal in less than 8 minutes. Damn.
Wow. That's like those hot dog competitions. You know, eating so many hot dogs in so much time. Wow, I couldn't freaking.
Oh yeah,
I'd be sick.
that is held in Coney Island in Brooklyn
Yeah,
at Astroland.
I'd be sick for sure. I can't eat as much as I used to.
At least they use good hot dogs, man. Nathan's are a good hot dog.
Yeah, Mary, he does have a hard time with Rod passing. Yeah, that's for sure. I think he's looking after his mother right now, Adrian. Yeah, I used to drive a big rig a long time ago. I used to carry the big pipe that they used to put underground, the steel pipes. That's what I used to carry.
Yeah, they have them on the west side of Oklahoma City. Big stockpiles of pipe.
Oh yeah. I don't think they use steel pipes underground anymore. It's mostly plastic now. I don't know why, because I don't think plastic would last as long as the steel one would. Just like some people like John Kerry, whatever his name is, the one that played Mask, the movie Mask. I didn't care for him. He's a Canadian, but I don't care for him.
I mean that old movie from the '80s that had Cher in it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I didn't know he was Canadian.
yeah. Oh yeah. He
That
played.
was a true story too.
He played in Dumb and Dumber too. Yeah, he's Canadian. So is the captain from Star Trek.
Uh, well, William Shatner, yeah,
Yeah,
Canadian.
he's Canadian.
John
too.
Candy's Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah.
He owned the Argonauts with Wayne Gretzky, and they won their first championship right there in Toronto. But I don't know why, and I'd like to know how is it that he fell in love with the Chicago Cubs baseball team?
I don't know.
He was a die-hard Cubs fan,
Oh yeah.
and if you notice, a lot of the movies he did with that one director, I can't remember his name. He was always in Chicago. He was from Chicago, or like in the movie Uncle Buck, he lived in the apartment across the street from center field of Wrigley
Oh
Field,
yeah.
and he has a clapper.
Right.
And Summer Reynolds, he was an airline pilot out of O'Hare Airport, or he wasn't a pilot, he was the radar guy.
Right.
In his first movie, I think it was The Blues Brothers, and he was a detective.
Oh yeah.
He goes, "How do y'all like the Wrigley Field bid?" I did that and got away with it. When I briefly had a CDL from Illinois, I put in 1410 West Addison Street. That's Wrigley Field. It's the same thing that John Belushi or Dan Aykroyd did in The Blues Brothers.
Oh yeah.
His brother Jake, with John Belushi, asked, "What address did you use on your driver's license?" 1410 West Addison. 1410 West Addison. That's Wrigley Field.
There's no snow over there, Sean.
I'm slipping in and out of the signal here and there until I get closer to Amarillo.
Oh yeah. It doesn't look like any snow there, eh?
Nah,
No.
47 degrees. I got up to 70 here.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's -4 over here, which is not bad for this time of year.
Once I start heading north from Amarillo, it'll get below freezing again.
Yeah,
North Amarillo, I'll be in the
Diane's
small
going live.
panhandle of Oklahoma.
Yeah, Diane's going live in a couple hours. 10 o'clock, I think. She's going live. She was away from YouTube for a while. She's going to college at her age. Wow. Couldn't believe it.
She's going to college where?
She's going to college. Taking some course. I don't know what course she's taking.
You know what college, Lou?
No, I don't. I don't even know where she lives, actually. Somewhere in the States, I know that.
You don't necessarily have to go to the university. They can do it all online now. But you have to go there to test.
Oh
Take
yeah,
the test,
yeah, right.
but everything else you can do that all online.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because that's how I got my degree. I got my PhD, player haters degree. Oh hell yeah! But I'm telling you, a lot of your normal intellectuals, you won't know who they are because they don't take it seriously until the appropriate moments.
Right,
Put it that way. Because most people wouldn't listen to them anyway. They think that they're crazy.
right. I think a lot of people are confused because the media alone screws up a lot of things too. They lie like crazy. Hard to believe anything these days. Well, did you hear about Justin Trudeau and his two sons? They got COVID. They had all their shots and everything.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and that's the second time for him.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
What if you had old Jean Christian as your premier then, or now? I liked it what he said. He goes, "I'm not afraid of anybody. I'll knock him out, eh?" He was a tough dude.
Oh
I wonder
yeah.
how
His
if he
English
had
was
him.
his English was not that good though.
Yeah, but I'm curious how he would handle it if he was the premier,
I don't
the
know.
prime minister now.
I don't think he would stoop to the levels that Justin Trudeau is doing.
I don't think so either.
I think basically, I think this passport crap about having your shots and everything. I don't think he would mandate that.
He acted like he didn't need Secret Service. He's been to too many hockey games, is what it is.
The worst prime minister we ever had was that Brian Mulroney. He was a freaking nutbar, that guy.
Actually, instead of Trudeau, I thought y'all were going to end up with a woman prime minister.
Actually, there was a woman that was running.
Oh yeah, I saw her.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
the same one I'm thinking, I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, she's hot."
Yeah. I don't think
she
there'll
was.
be much work done though.
I think she was in charge of Ontario, right? Of the province of Ontario.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but that Brian Mulroney, well, like when he retired from being a prime minister, they bought a old house, and his wife was asking for donations of antiques. I thought to myself, you make $175,000 a year because when you're retired, you can buy it yourself. Freaking nutbar. Brian Mulroney is the one that made that free trade deal, and he was charged with fraud too, eh? But there was nothing ever brought up about the fraud afterwards. It was like a slap on the wrist. Don't do it again. In other words. Yeah, a lot of people were surprised that Trudeau got back in, to be honest with you.
But I'm going to do the best I can with this presentation, and I got a lot of help. I'd like a lot of participation.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there.
And
As long as
it's not.
like I got all the bells, to give me the notification, but sometimes you don't get the notifications. I don't know what the hell is going on.
It's not my opinion. It's all facts, and I
Yeah.
can back it up. And it's not my facts. It's what I learned. Because yeah, I had to deal with it just like everybody else that was taken through it. But when I discussed this with the last person, they kept asking me the question and pushing me to answer the question.
Right.
So what do we do? I'm like, look, it's not. It's like when you have sex. You just don't go at it and get to the orgasm right away. It doesn't
Right.
work that way.
Right.
You got to have foreplay. You got to work up to it, and then you can answer the question yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you do it like his way, you're going to run around with a bunch of stupidity and miss the whole point.
Right.
And you have to be taken through history of what happened, what took place, because a lot of people weren't taught that history. And
Yeah.
for some of the history, people are going to have to go to Germany. They're going to have to go to France. They're going to have to go to all these countries. Because I went to their library and found it out for myself.
Right. Right.
Because over here, we were taught a one-sided story. And what I tell people is, if you want to understand the family that just moved in up the street, would you talk to one child who thought it was the greatest family to ever be born into it? Or would you find it logical to talk to the other child who thought it was a family of, a basket case of instability? Logic will tell you need to talk to both of the children and then draw the conclusion you would add. Well, here in the States, you can't do that because you're getting a one-sided story.
Right.
Because if you don't take both sides of a story, you're not going to understand anything.
Right. Right.
To me, understanding economics and its history, people, that say they can't do that is like saying, I can't be Christian because of the Inquisition.
Yeah.
That's true. A lot of people died. Yes, terrible. But to take it as the whole canon of the whole religion and throw it away, that's foolish.
Yeah.
Because the actions of a few individuals. I like one euphemism my professor said. He said, that's like taking a course in religion. And all you heard from day one to the end of it was about Baha'i. That's a religion, but to take it as the whole story would be someone who's either paying you for something or you're real ignorant. But the reason why a lot of things were whitewashed and edited and taken out of our history was done on purpose for a limited few. And for instance, I'll give you one teaser here. And you say this, and you immediately get people that'll post behind you saying that Antoinette never said that. She said, let him eat cake. Well, they're correct. She didn't say it like that. It was softened for history because you don't want to teach young children that what she actually said. Because of the madre in France, which means let them eat shit. That's what she really said.
Right.
But you see how they soften the history up and change it? That I learned from going to a French library.
That's like a lot of times, like the Vietnam War. I bet there's more to the story than meets the eye about what happened in Vietnam.
I lost my stepfather and my father.
I think it was a waste of freaking time, if you ask me. They killed a lot of innocent people over there for no reason.
It was all over profits. That's all that was about, making money.
Yeah, yeah.
The military-industrial complex made a lot of money. Bell Helicopter was damn near bankrupt. They started making the Huey helicopter for Indo-Chinese usage, and in the first year we lost 5,000 of them. Oh, they made a killing.
Yeah.
That's why our government Doesn't matter what's going on. They got to convince us we got to go to war. Just like this Ukrainian thing. I'm like, look, we just pulled out of a 20-year war by people who lived in the Stone Age and got our asses kicked.
Right.
Do you think we can handle what's going on in Ukraine? We'll really get our asses beat then, won't we?
Yeah. 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 Russia is a pretty big army.
Ah, shit.
Well, that's like
No, I
Bush.
didn't get into an accident. The phone fell down. Ah, there we go.
That's like Bush, you know, like he goes, yeah, well, there's chemical warfare in Iraq. You better go over there and
Or
control.
WMD. They never
Yeah,
found
yeah.
anything.
Yeah, China had it.
And they knew they weren't there. They had to push it.
Yeah, but Bush just wanted control. That's all. From what I heard, Bush
And
came from
what,
a family of a bunch of bigots, anyways. He didn't like
yeah,
outsiders.
what baffled me was a lot of people do not have a full understanding of the Muslim world in the Middle East.
Right.
They don't. They
Oh,
just
no.
bought everything that the government said in the media. And even I knew that it was bullshit when they said that, when our Vice President Dick Cheney said that Saddam Hussein had a relationship with Saddam Hussein or Osama bin Laden and
Right.
offered him safe haven.
Right.
I'm like, no, he did not.
No.
Even if Saddam offered and that really happened, if it did, Osama bin Laden would have told Saddam to go fuck himself. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah, because
the
weren't they
Shiites and the
two
Sunnis
different
do not
religions?
like each other.
Yeah, weren't they?
Yeah, they're
two
Muslim,
different-
but two different sects.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and they do not like each other.
No.
They never have, never will.
Yeah, because no, when I worked in the steel company, there was two Iraqs, and one was a Christian and one was a Muslim, and you couldn't put them two together close to a machine to kill each other. That's how bad it was.
Well, I've been to Iran, and here's how it works out. The Muslims, they're the Jewish people and the Christians, they don't care. The ones that they do not like is the other side of the Muslim fence.
Oh,
If
okay.
they're Sunni, they do not like the Shiites, and the
Right.
Shiites do not like the Sunni. There's
Yeah,
where the fight is. Because you go over to Iran, you'll find a mosque right next to a Jewish church or a temple or a Christian church.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that, but it's true.
Yeah, yeah. That must have been an experience going in Iran.
And here in the trucking world, I had to correct many a dumbass people.
Yeah.
I had to explain to a few people, the dude is not Muslim. He's a Hindu. Well, what's the difference? I'm like, okay, take your finger out of your nose for a minute. Let me explain it. They couldn't tell the difference between a Hindu and a Muslim.
Right.
I said, there's a big difference.
Yeah. Oh, good, Alexis, you're still here.
And then when you explain it to most people who aren't willing to learn, they call somebody like me an idiot.
Yeah.
Even
yeah.
though I've been there and I learned it. I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert, but there is a lot that I do know.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that you do know quite a bit. I like going to different countries and learning the culture, to be honest with you. I love that.
Yeah. This all started 10 years ago. When I went on vacation, I'd go to a different country. I'd been everywhere on this side of the planet. So I started going to the other side of the planet. And I did what my professor told me. You go in there, go to different countries, don't go see the sights. Go to a piece of theater, go to a library, engage with the people.
Yeah.
Get away from the tourist areas and engage with the normal.
Yeah, customs are all different all over the world. That's for sure. I like trying different foods of all around the world though. I love that.
What I found that was is a lot of countries used our ideas that we once had, that we don't have anymore, and people think, oh, we don't have that. But we used to have it. It's just you either forgot or got selective amnesia, or it was before your time.
All right.
But in our lifetime, there's been many cultural shifts, and a lot of people don't realize
Yeah.
it. And if people paid attention by watching TV and certain programming, it reflects that.
Yeah.
Like back in the 50s and 60s, you had Leave It to Beaver. Late 60s, you had the Brady Bunch. You could host, programming. And then
Yeah.
when the 1980s rolls around, we end up with The Simpsons. And later on, we get South Park. You got parents that can't stand each other, and the children are mouthing off. Yeah, we know. We learned in economics of why that happened. It's real simple.
Yeah. Alexa says, "I hope all is well with you, Sean."
It all happened in 1980. Well, earlier than that, it started in 78, but
Yeah. Yeah, I think the '70s were the best years. '60s depression was not that great, but people were still happy. That's for sure. A lot happier then than they are now.
there was a cultural shift in 1980 where a lot of people don't really realize it. In 1980, women came out of the house and became a part of the labor force, the working force. Yes,
Yeah.
there were women there, but not in alarming numbers like they did then.
Right.
And when you did not have mom, we exhausted our women. Mom
Yeah.
usually stayed home, raised the kids. They were respectable. The house was clean. The bills were paid. The man could provide for the family to sustain a house like that.
Yeah.
Look at it now. Even
Oh,
two
yeah.
incomes can't even do that.
Oh, I know. I know. I know. I have
What
a
happened
friend.
was,
I have a friend
what
right
happened,
now. He just bought a house. His whole paycheck goes to the mortgage, and well, his wife makes good money, so
yeah,
her
that's
money
what
goes to
happened.
the bills.
That's what happens when wages have remained stagnant since 1978.
Yeah.
When you look at people make, yeah, the pay had gone up, but so did inflation. But when this is what we do in economics, what people make and what they can buy is the same as it was in 1978,
Right.
and it's getting worse
Yeah, it is.
because since the income didn't go up, and usually it rose every year for over 100 years,
Right.
but they put an end to that. What they did was instead of raising wages, they made a stunning innovation called the credit card. People borrowed to keep up with the American dream, and mom left the house to have a second income.
Yeah.
But a day will come where you do not have enough wealth to service the debt, and that's why 2007 and 2008 crash happened. But you were only told about, oh, it was the Lehman Brothers, the housing market. No, yeah, but it was mostly because Americans could not service their debt anymore
Right.
because you made them borrow to keep up with the American dream because the income was not rising. Simple economics.
Yeah. Yeah. The price of houses here really went up the roof. I tell you.
But I do laugh at people that say about college students, look, you borrowed the money, you pay it back. Oh, they obviously don't know critical case law when it comes to international courts, nor our current court system. They hear cases like this all the time,
Right.
and they handle it through economics.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't blame the borrower. They blame both parties, the creditor and the borrower.
Right.
So what the way the courts do it, they work out a deal, and what they do is they found out that the creditor didn't do its due diligence for the creditor, the person getting the loan could pay. So it's found that their work was faulty. So they punish both of them.
Right.
So they do this with other countries. That's what they did with Greece. But the funny thing was, with Greece, Germany is in charge of the EU.
Right.
But the Germans wanted to deny Greece the same thing the Germans got in 1956 at the London Agreement.
Right.
Okay, here it is. What, 9, 10 years after, 11 years after World War II, they went to the British and the Americans and said, look, we can't rebuild after the war by these crushing debts. If you want us to be a great ally against the Soviet Union, you're going to have to help us here. So you know what they did? They cut their debt in half and took the latter half and stretched over a 30-year loan, which made it next to nothing.
Right.
Okay? But today, well, a couple of years ago, the Germans wanted to deny the Greeks the same thing. Although, just because you didn't hear about it and the news didn't cover it, didn't mean it wasn't there and didn't happen. That tells you a lot about our media. You won't hear our media talk about that.
Yeah, the media screws up a lot of things.
And if you all want to, go ahead and Google it, the London Agreement.
Yeah.
And Greece was not bailed out. The banks that the Greeks owed money to were bailed out. The
Right.
Greeks didn't see the money at all. They gave the money to the Greeks, and the Greeks paid off the American, British bank and German banks that they owed from below. They borrowed it from the EU to pay for it. Those banks were bailed out. A good economics person to listen to, Yanis Varoufakis.
I heard of them
He was
before.
the economics
Yeah,
minister.
I heard of them.
He was the economics minister there in Greece. Brilliant man. Brilliant man. He helped get Greece back on its feet and still made it where you cannot get McDonald's at the Parthenon. That was the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my life. Something that old, they wanted to put a McDonald's in? Are you kidding me?
That's funny. My son, he doesn't like McDonald's whatsoever. He likes sushi. He loves sushi. He can eat it every freaking day. That kid.
You'd probably like the McDonald's you would get over in Japan or the Philippines because it does. It tastes totally different.
Oh, I bet it does. I bet it does. I can't eat McDonald's because it runs right through me. I just get
I like
that.
the nuggets. The
Yeah, the
chicken
nuggets are all right.
I do like
but,
those.
the burgers, no thanks.
See, I can eat. That doesn't make sense. I can eat chicken. I just can't eat eggs.
Huh.
There's some substance in the egg that'll cause my throat to swell and close off my air pass and choke me to death.
Oh wow! So you can't drink milk either? Dairy products?
No, milk is okay. It's eggs.
Just eggs? Wow!
Yep.
Wow! Because I knew somebody that was with milk. That if she drank milk, her glands and her throat would swell up, so she can't swallow.
I admit, eggs smell good. They smell good to me, but I won't eat them.
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
Hi, Julian. Drinkwater. How you doing? Julian
So
Drinkwater's in UK.
we go to a restaurant like that for breakfast. I usually get the biscuits and gravy with sausage.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss going to the truck stops for their meals. Their meals are out of this world and reasonable too. I don't know about now, but I mean, when I was a trucker, they were pretty reasonable. Not too bad,
I'd say
Julian.
if you want the best biscuits and gravy, you have to go to multiple places for that. You got
Yeah,
to go to
like,
a Popeyes. You go to Popeyes Chicken and request a couple of boxes of their biscuits.
oh yeah,
Then you go to, yes, then
okay,
just get that. Then you leave there, go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and order their gravy.
right.
And you take those two, go home, put the biscuits down, heat them up, pour the gravy on it. Oh my gosh, that's the best in the world there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I went once in New Brunswick, went to Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I put in my order, and they says we ran out of chicken. I said, "Excuse me, you ran out of freaking chicken? How's that possible?"
Church's Chicken, I don't know you have them in Canada or not, but Church's
No, we
Chicken,
have mother's something.
I like their breaded
Mother
okra.
Tucker, I think it's called Mother Tucker,
Yeah, their breaded okra drives me crazy.
and we got Popeyes here too.
Have you ever had breaded okra before?
No, no.
Oh my god, it's really good. Okra is good in a stew too.
Oh yeah, oh, the first time I ever heard of it. No, we got Popeyes here too. I'm not too crazy about their
Yeah, they have the
sandwiches.
best biscuits you'd ever want to eat.
Well, I'll try their biscuits, but I don't like their chicken too much.
No, but I usually go in Popeyes, get their biscuits, and then I go to Kentucky Fried and get their gravy.
Yeah,
And they're like, "What are you doing?"
Kentucky Fried Chicken's not the same anymore. Not like they used to be.
Yeah, I got E. coli once there because they didn't cook their chicken all the way.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
I'll never eat there again.
No, I bet you wouldn't. Hi, Bill Cosby. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I never had food poisoning, but I heard a lot of people that got it.
Or excuse me, not E. coli, Salmonella.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that they took a whole bunch of chicken out of our grocery store when I was working there. When that was around.
It's coming out both ends, and you want to die. And you're taking. Remember one time, people usually, while they're sitting on the toilet, they throw up the face bowl. Me,
Uh,
I got. My mom kept giving me alcohol, and I felt a little drunk. I took a dump in the face bowl, and threw up in the toilet.
yeah.
I went to go splash water on my face. I was about ready to put my hand in the face bowl, and I was like, "Man, I don't remember eating that."
Hi, Dominic. How you doing? You at work? You must be. Yeah, this Dominic guy, he works in the water plant, and he has to keep the water at a certain temperature. So that's what he does, and he works 16-hour shifts.
Oh, that sucks. How many
Yeah,
days?
6 days a week.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I know if I had to work like that and not make bank, I'd find something else to do.
Oh, he makes good money. He makes good money.
I was about to say,
Yeah. He lives
I'm
in
like,
Rhode
man, I don't
Island.
even,
He lives on Rhode Island, I think.
you don't even have time to get laid. You're too freaking tired.
Yeah. Well, he's got a pretty cushy job. He brings his hobbies to work, and he airbrushes his models and whatnot. So, So it's got to be pretty good.
Oh, if it's that cushy of a job, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
bringing
probably.
like four or five Star Wars models out this year. So that's
Really.
pretty wild.
Yeah, the only one I got left that survived from my childhood was the Millennium Falcon. I made it and painted it exactly. I think I told you this, just
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
would see in the
yeah.
movie.
With lights in it, and all that.
Yeah, but the way I made it gave it that lived in, what they call a lived in look.
Oh yeah,
Is I experimented. I took the paintbrush cleaner. You take that with some gray and some black. You mix it in real good,
yeah,
and my cousin used to say, I call it a wash, and you just let it, you just dabble it here and there, and let it fill in all the cracks. It'll
yeah,
do it all the work for. It'll do the work for you.
yeah,
And once I got done, and I looked at it and it dried. I'm like, damn, it looks just like it in the movie. He goes, well, that's what we call giving it the lived-in look.
yeah. Now they have like paints that are what they call washes, and all it is washed down paint, and it work
Yeah,
and
next
it
time
works
I'm
the same.
home, I'm gonna try to take some, dig it out of the attic and take some pictures of it.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. Yeah, I know, Julian. I haven't worked on anything for almost 2 months now. I've been
But man,
busy.
it's an old,
I've been busy with the Hangouts and playing PS4, and I don't know.
it's an old model. I built that model like almost 30 years ago.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I will be getting back into building soon, Julian. I just taking a break. Yeah, I want to get one of those game chairs, but holy shit, I didn't think they were that expensive.
Yeah, I see Panay's with those. Like Lucy Bonita's got a game chair.
Yeah, they're
I
like
think
six. They're like six
Blessed has
hundred.
got one.
Yeah, they're like $600 though. That's a lot of
They
freaking
look like
money.
a chair you'd find in a fighter plane.
Yeah, yeah, but they're comfortable because a friend of mine has one. But they're like $600 for a cheap one.
Yeah, but when I rode second seater with Thunderbird 2,
Yeah,
man, I almost, they almost couldn't close the canopy because I was too damn tall. I had to squish down in the seat and they had to lower it down. They could just barely close the canopy.
right. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many different types of paint they have out there now. It's amazing. They got like oil spill washes and fuel washes and all sorts of stuff. I like watching these guys that do these like dioramas that they do like a day of the World War I or World War II, and they do like a diorama of it. That's pretty
Oh,
freaking.
yeah.
I think that's pretty interesting. You go learn a lot from those guys. They know how to weather and whatnot. This Julian guy, he's building a big, huge Star Wars a ship. The thing is humongous. The top of it, it's almost, you could fit it on your head and it almost looks like a freaking hat. That's how big it is. The saucer part of it. He's got light. He's got lights going in it too. So Dominic, you at work or you're at home? Hi, Casper.
Yeah, see, whenever I'm out west, like right here, I'm
Yeah,
waiting for a shooting star and hopefully y'all get it on camera.
Yeah.
They happen every now and then. I've seen about a dozen over 10-year period coming out here
I like when you
because
see those. I like
there's
when
no
you see
light
those.
pollution.
I like when you
There's no
see
light.
those hummingbirds. By the time you get your freaking camera, the hummingbird's gone.
Oh yeah,
They're pretty freaking
but
fast, those slow birds.
but, be, but because of the light pollution, you really don't see those. You have to
Yeah.
come out where there's like 100 miles from the nearest city, and you really see the night sky and what's really up there. And when there's a shooting star, it lights up the whole sky.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a big flash. I'm like, oh, abducted by aliens, and there it is.
Yeah, the
Oh, that's
Enterprise
cool.
from Star Trek. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought, Julian. But this thing is huge. What Julian is building, holy shit, it's freaking humongous. It's the very first one, isn't it, Julian, from Star Trek? He's been working on it for over a year now.
Yeah, my favorite Star Trek models were the Klingon battle cruiser.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, I really like that one.
yeah. Actually, that one's coming in back out again. That's one of them, anyways.
And then the Next Generation had the newer ones, which were badass too.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Galron's flagship. That was awesome.
I always liked that show, Battlestar Galactica. I don't know why, but I did.
I like the new version of it too.
Oh,
The newer version.
I didn't know there was a new version.
Yeah, it came out in the '90s.
Oh, okay.
Starbuck was a female.
Oh, okay.
The guy that played Adama in the newer Battlestar Galactica is the
Right.
same guy. He's in the spin-off series Mayans from Sons of Anarchy.
Right. Huh.
It had a good storyline. It lasted, I think, 4 or 5 seasons, and they ended it.
Right. Right. Yeah, Brooklyn chick that was here. She goes live like 10 hours a day. Crazy. I never can last that long. A couple hours, that's enough for me.
Where in Brooklyn is she from?
She lives in Brooklyn, but she's not from Brooklyn. She has.
I'm guessing maybe Sheepshead Bay.
What's that?
It's a part of Brooklyn.
She's a Puerto Rican. I know that. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. I think she's got 4 kids, somewhere in there. She says she's got a big family, so
Well, they're Catholic. That's why.
yeah, yeah.
I'm Catholic too, but I don't have a big family. It's never worked out that way.
My dad, my dad was Catholic, but my mom wasn't. Yeah, you too, Julianne. Thanks for popping in. Make sure you put the thumbs up or down or whatever. It's all good.
My mom was Catholic. My dad was Lutheran.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like
Lutheran is like Catholic light.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, my mom never went to church or anything, but she did believe. I believe. I don't go to church either.
But when I say things like that, and some people saying I'm Christian, or I ask them if they're Catholic, they say, no, I'm Christian. And I'm like, Catholic is Christian. I hope you know that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody broke off from the Catholic faith.
Right. Yeah.
But it's not their fault. It's what they were told to believe.
Thanks for putting the thumbs up in the chat, Dominic. This is all I got done.
Dude, you're in a bad spot.
Who? Me?
No, this guy on the shoulder here.
Oh,
I'm right on top of him. They make it look like I'm so far away in my camera, though. He's on the
yeah.
shoulder. A lot of guys get ass-ended doing that.
I was number 19. Oh, cool. Thanks, Dominic. 19 people put their thumbs up. That's good.
If you visit my channel, just give me one finger up.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave me my first check was $100, so I was pretty happy with that. Came at a good time too. I wasn't counting on it. Not that fast, anyways.
Yeah, I do it because I mainly support everybody's channel that I come in contact with. But it's getting way out of hand. There's so many. It's like, I try to make it to everybody's lives. So I get
Oh yeah,
sometimes I don't.
yeah. You can't. Like I try to. Like I know quite a few people that are live right now, and you can't book a right time. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. But there's a way now that they're saying with StreamYards, if you pay the paid version, you can share your channel to your own channel, so then you get your watch hours.
How do I do that? Because I paid for a year's subscription.
Well, before you put the StreamYards up, you see a little box, and it'll say share your channel. And then whoever comes in your panel can share it to their channel, so they get watch hours too.
I'm still trying to figure out why my
headset box
headset.
that shows up before you go live.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why my headset is not working with StreamYard anymore.
Oh, that's weird.
I bought these earbuds, and they at first, when I first joined you, they stopped working for some reason, but now they're working. And I'm like,
well, that was like me.
That
was like me. I tried to get my phone to work, with StreamYards, and at first it wouldn't freaking accept my camera and my mic. So I fixed that problem, and it works now.
Yeah, if you're a person that pays the money to have a year's subscription to the StreamYard, there should be a phone number that I could call to get help and say, why is my headset not working with your StreamYard anymore?
Well, that's like YouTube. If you got a problem with YouTube, who you contact? There's no phone number. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it should be different for people who pay versus the people that use it for free.
Yeah. Or even like me, I'm a partner of YouTube. They should give me a toll-free number that I can call if I have a problem.
Yeah, I only paid because I wanted to be able to have 10 people and not just 6.
Yeah. Well, if you go to Zoom, you can have up to 100 people.
That's too much.
Yeah, that's way too much. But the thing is, whoever talks, everybody else is muted until that person finished talking. That's one good thing about Zoom. But Zoom is I think Zoom.
Yeah, that's a good lesson to learn.
Well, I think Zoom is like $300 a year though, somewhere in there. I'm not sure. I never looked into it. Doing good, Joe. How about yourself?
Because that's when me and Des first got together, that's what I taught her, what I learned when I got my broadcasting degree.
Right. You got to show your face, Joe, if you come up. Otherwise, I won't let you in.
Yeah, John already knows what my ugly mug looks like.
Yeah, because I had it once that somebody wouldn't show their face, and then all of a sudden they're doing something on the freaking screen.
Yeah, they'll porn bomb you. That happens to
Yeah.
a lot of Benays. And it just screws.
Oh, hi.
Now, Des,
Hi, Joe.
hey,
How
I
you
don't,
doing?
I don't know how Des did it, but you could edit that part out after you do your
Yeah, I
live stream.
did.
I don't know
I
how to
did.
do that.
No
I did.
phone numbers.
Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Hi, Lefty. How you doing? Lefty's in the house. He says, salute to you, Sean. Lefty.
Oh, how you doing? Lefty's in here?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Oh, how you doing, Lefty?
What?
Yeah, you probably don't see the chat, do you, Sean?
No, I don't.
No.
I gotta watch the
No,
road.
I didn't think so. No, I know that, yeah.
Yeah, but I can look at the screen and
Right.
still follow the road by looking at my screen. But the only way I can bring chat up is I won't be able to see anything.
Yeah. Got any more
Yeah.
new puppets, Joe?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Because I hate these earbuds. I don't like sticking anything in my ear.
I don't either because when I worked in the steel company, I wore earplugs all the time, and I tell you, it saved my ears from all the pounding and everything. And I know a lot of guys that I worked with that had no earplugs, and they're totally
Oh yeah, when you're working
now.
construction
They're
or
tone-
something
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
tone
Yeah.
deaf now
Mm-hmm.
because it's pretty loud in the freaking steel company. I tell you.
I'm coming down. I only got 21 minutes drive time left.
Oh wow.
Hey, you just got Joe channel.
Yeah. Cool.
No, I'm talking the driver one.
Oh okay.
Work at the Petro here in Amarillo. If
Yeah,
there's
Lex-
parking available.
Lexus changed his channel name to Lexus Robocop, dude. Now he calls his car Robocop now. So they got a lot of restaurants on your way there, or is it a long stretch before you hit a restaurant over there, Sean? Or it all depends.
Oh, I can see it from a distance. There's Amarillo right there.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to go to the Big Texan, but that's probably parking is all full.
In Texas, do they have like two different meals, a small meal and a Texan meal, or is that just?
Oh yeah,
Is that right?
yeah. And if I was down in Laredo, I'd be getting real Mexican food.
Oh wow.
Not none of that damn Taco Bell shit. That's not Mexican.
Oh, Taco. Yeah, Taco Bell. Forget it. Like I went once to Taco Bell quite a while ago, and I had 10 burritos, and I was still freaking hungry.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't realize Mexicans do not put sour cream in their damn tacos. Guacamole, yes. Sour cream, no.
No. Well, that's like some people put sour.
Except for the Americanized ones, I have to say that.
Some people put sour cream in their or cottage cheese in their lasagna. I don't.
Yeah, when I was down there, I get avocado slices in my burrito. Jesus, that is really good.
Yeah, it is good.
I wish we had a Mexican food place here, but we don't. We just have Taco Bell. That's it.
But a lot of them that had moved here, and some of them that were born here and raised, they got a taste of it, but it's a lost art. It's like no, that's not how they eat it down there. You've been
No.
Americanized. Go back
Right.
down there, and you find yeah, it tastes so much better.
Well, that's like pizza. They say it's Italian that were the first ones to make it. No, it wasn't. It was New York. It was originally done in New York. Pizza.
Yeah, the best one is
Yeah.
to go to Exchequers in downtown Chicago and get a deep dish there.
Right.
It's expensive, but you get what you pay for. It's the best pizza in the world you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, those deep dish pizzas. There's like 2 to 3 inches of Parmesan and meat. Oh, and sauce. Oh my God, that's really good. That's why when I order Domino's or Pizza Hut, I keep saying extra sauce, extra cheese. You
Yeah.
all don't know what a real pizza pie is.
Oh, you got
Y'all are getting skipped.
you got Domino's over there too.
I'm sorry.
You got Domino's over there too.
Oh, in the States, yeah.
Yeah, we got Domino's here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, they
That's what-
forgot how they originally made pizza. It had a whole lot more. The sauce is dry, and there's hardly any cheese on it.
Yeah.
It's like, no. You submerge that bitch in sauce. That's how you eat real pizza.
Yeah.
Like, this is how it's supposed to be. And that's how Exchequers makes their pizza. That's why I tell everybody, you're in Chicago, go to Exchequers, try their pizza, and you've had a real pizza pie. They are Italian, yes.
Yeah, that's where I order my pizza from. Is Domino's.
Even when I say extra sauce, extra cheese, they still don't get it right. Because when my mother-in-law was a manager at a Domino's at the time,
Right.
I went in there and I showed them, no. This is how you do it. And I poured a lot of sauce in there. Oh, that's too much sauce. I'm like, no, it's not. Trust me. And when I got done and it cooked, I gave it a slice, and they're like, that's what a pizza's supposed to taste like. But they're so skimpy on the sauces, so they can make more profits. That's all that's about.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, dude, I'll pay for the freaking sauce. Just submerge it.
Yeah. There's a place that's called Andy's beef sandwiches, and they weigh the beef before they put it on the sandwich. Frick, man. Yeah, you have more sandwich than beef. You don't even freaking see the beef.
Yeah, typically when you took a bite of a traditional pizza, you saw the crust. It could be vary in size, right?
Right.
But that first layer is the sauce, and I'd say it's about maybe 1/8 of an inch thick. The sauce
Right.
alone. Then you got your ingredients, and then you got a lot of cheese. Now at Exchequers, their deep dish, their mozzarella cheese can be anywhere between 2 to 3 inches thick
Right.
on a deep dish.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, it's cheesy as hell, but it's really good. They hand make their own mozzarella cheese.
Oh, wow.
That's why it's $40 for a small pizza.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I said, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, there's a place here in town. I think it's Boston Pizza. I don't know if you have it over there. Sean? Boston Pizza?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
No, do you have Boston Pizza over there or no?
Yeah, I've tried it. It's not bad.
It's expensive.
Outside of Chicago, if you can find them, they're very limited places. It's called Rosati's. They do it right too.
Right.
They're a franchise, but there's not very many of them around. There, at least I think there still is. There was one in Springfield, Missouri.
Right.
Hey, you guys, you gonna try
Rosati's.
that?
Yeah. Order it now then. Send it our way.
No.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
You
We'll
can't
put it on
be
your
all
tab.
stupid.
We'll put it on your tab. No problem.
You can look.
Yeah, I tried Boston Pizza. You know, for the price, no, it's not worth it. Over here, it's like $60 for a medium pizza over here.
Yeah, when I lived in Chicago as a kid, we had our next door neighbor. It was Juanita, and she was from Mexico.
Right.
And she would hand make all of her tortillas with an old broken broomstick handle.
Huh.
And she goes, "Oh no! When you eat anything Mexican, you wrap it in a tortilla." And I thought one of the greatest snacks in the world was the way she made the beans, put them in a tortilla, and I ate that. I was like, ooh, this is good.
Yeah. Hi, Car Mob. Car Mob is in the chat.
But I'll tell you what, get the corn tortillas from a store that's Mexican. Oh, big
Yeah.
difference. Those corn made tortillas. Oh, those are good.
Hi, Car Mob. Thanks for popping in. That guy is funny, Car Mob.
I don't know if they had them because I didn't see one when I was in the Philippines. But in the Philippines, if they were offered those corn tortillas and regular tortillas and Mexican stuff like that there, oh, I think that would be a big hit over there in the Philippines.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they don't have pizza over there?
No, not pizza like ours, but I'm talking about like a Mexican store where you could buy corn tortillas or flour tortillas like they do over here. I think it would be a large hit if they were to try that.
Yeah.
Like, ooh,
Hi,
this is really
Steve.
good.
How you doing? Yeah.
Because it's one half of their culture, the Spanish culture they have.
Yeah.
That's why it's a good mix between Spanish and Asian. They
Yeah.
have those.
Raquel, when she makes breakfast for herself, she always makes pancakes. She loves making pancakes.
I tell people this: the Filipinos have the eroticism and sexuality of a Mexican, but they
Right.
have the obedience and loyalty of an Asian. Not even a German geneticist would have thought that one up.
Right.
That's why I believe a lot of Western men love beignets
Yeah.
because of that mix of those two.
All right. Yeah,
Because
and she was here earlier, Joe.
See here?
Yeah, she was here earlier.
yeah, Japanese girls do not respond like a beignet would sexually.
No.
It's totally different in Japan, even though I haven't experienced it, but I've learned it from what I've been told by a lot of people that have been with Japanese girls.
Okay, I did try her. I hit the bell button.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
I mean, like Western women, they'll be out in public. They just let it all hang out.
Yeah.
Beignets won't do that, not in public. But you get them behind closed doors, the freak comes on. My cousin told me about that because he's been married to a Beignet for almost 20 years.
Oh, wow.
I said, man, once you get them behind closed doors, the freak comes on.
Yeah. Yeah, but Japanese and Chinese, they have a whole different culture than we have.
Oh yeah,
They know how to treat their men, that's for sure.
the way the
Just make
Japanese
sure-
do it, I'm like, I'm not looking for a
Ju-
slave.
Just make sure they don't have a sharp knife in their hands.
Well, that's true.
Or they'll make you
I'm not
sushi.
looking-
They'll make sushi on you.
But you're treated more superior than they are, and I'm like, no, I don't care about that. No, I don't want a slave. I want a woman. Or like Red Fox was saying, I want a broad.
Hi, Tampa wife. How you doing? Pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah,
Because he was married.
Because I worked with a Vietnamese guy, and we used to work till 6 in the morning. And he would call his wife at 3 a.m. that he was hungry. And sure enough, she would come to the factory and bring him food. You know.
I loved Red Fox as a comedian, plus his history. Red Fox was in the Marine Corps, and he fought in World War II, and he fought in the Korean War.
Right.
And when he talked about his wife, he goes, yep, I'm married to a Korean lady. And people look at me funny, and I'm like, well, what, did I marry a duck? I'm not a woman. I married a woman. He goes, I married the enemy. He goes, I'm like this. If you can't beat them, good, fuck them. So I'm going home tonight and doing my part for America.
Yeah, they don't eat with the family. They eat after the family is fed. The woman, the Japanese and the Korean woman. Hi, Spray Boot Customs. How you doing? It's been a long time.
He said when he was younger, he used to mess with his wife before they got married.
Yeah.
He'd be taking a bath and she would come in and she goes, Fox, when am I going to get ring? When am I going to get ring? And he was like, as soon as I step out this tub, you get ring.
Hi, John. How you doing? This guy is from Toronto too. Spray Boot Customs. Busy with work, man. Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, a lot of people. It seems like since this ordeal, what's going on in the world, they got busier at certain areas. You need a break, John. Freaking all work and no play is no good either. Oh, you at work, car mob? Okay. Oh, you got 8 hours left. Yeah, I hear you there, John. I haven't touched anything for about a month, 2 months now. Oh, you like building NASCARs? Cool. I was never a big fan on it. Well, I like the older ones, NASCARs.
Yeah, best time to be a NASCAR fan is to be a truck driver right now because NASCAR's starting up. I bump into them all over America because they drive in the truck stops all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my son.
Everybody say, here's so and so. I'm like, okay, who's the hell is that? He's a NASCAR driver. I'm like, okay, so?
Yeah, my son is a big Richard Petty fan. He
That's
loves.
the only one I know.
Well, you must know Smokey Allison or whatever. Smokey. His nickname was Smokey. I don't know his real name, but he started a stock car racing back in the day.
Yeah, but where NASCAR got a boost in popularity is when Tom Cruise did Days of Thunder. That's when they started to get more popular. NASCAR.
Yeah, Savannah's model kits are pretty pricey though, John. I don't know what you can get them for, but I saw them for like $65. So.
I've been to Talladega once in the infield. At Prime, they get tickets.
Oh yeah.
And they just gave them to me. I went just because of the women. Like, man, I had never seen so many women wear nothing but, a bikini top, and they're wearing cut-off shorts with them open.
Right.
And I'm like, why don't you just take the freaking shorts off and just walk around your bikini? In fact, why don't you just go around naked? The hell with
Go to a drag race, Sean. You'd be surprised what you see some woman wear. Might as well wear nothing. Yeah, everything hanging out.
You see the chain of lights in the distance? That's Amarillo. Because there's no traffic headed towards me. Yes.
Yeah.
Those lights, that's Amarillo.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard those kits, John, are the chassis are all the same, just the bodies are different. That's all. So, if you build one, then you build them all. To be honest with you. Yeah, good times, Karmov. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're scared now that they're open everything up here that the virus is going to peak again. I think it's crazy. Yeah, the 80s and 90s were good NASCARs. Yeah, a lot of good racers. But I never cared for Dale Earnhardt. That's one driver I didn't care for. A lot of people praised the guy,
I'll
but
never forget it. I was just when everybody got the news that he died. I was at a church bingo game.
yeah, I plan to, John, soon. I just took a break. I got this done. That's all. That's all I got done. Not much. Yeah, but Dale Earnhardt, he was in a lot of ways he was a dirty racer though. He always
Yeah,
cut people off, and then
yeah, the
somebody
only
cut him
time
off, and that killed him.
yeah, when I was at Talladega, the only time I paid attention to the race is when there was an accident happening or one just happened.
Yeah,
Other than that, I was busy talking to the ladies,
yeah,
just having a good time. I didn't care about the damn race.
yeah. All that fluff and stuff. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming.
But there's a lot more going on in midfield than there is in the stands. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I find with NASCARs and drag racing now, there's too much politics involved now.
There's a lot of nudity down there in the midfield.
Yeah,
It starts with wet T-shirt contest. It starts from there, and it goes south from there. It gets worse.
yeah. He was a harsh driver, John. Yeah, you got that right. But like he did bad. He cut people off, so paybacks are a bitch. Somebody cut him off and it killed him this time. So
I think it was the wall that did that because that's why they got that connector to their helmet so their head don't flip around so much.
I was once to Indianapolis race in Toronto, and sure enough, a car went right over the other guy and just took his head off, and all you see is head rolling in the helmet down the track.
Do you remember that girl back in the late '90s, early 2000s? A girl died at Columbus Jackets hockey game, NHL.
Oh yeah.
A Columbus Blue Jackets hockey game.
Yeah.
What happened was is Claude Lemieux made a slap shot from the blue line. It
Right.
deflected off the defenseman's stick, and it just I know you know this play. It just got lobbed over the glass. The girl wasn't paying attention to the game, and they tell you, pay attention to the game. We're not responsible if you were to get injured if a piece of equipment leaves the playing surface at all times. She's not paying attention, and she died from the same thing Dale Earnhardt died from, a ruptured artery to the brain. She wasn't paying attention, and when the puck hit her in the forehead, it made her reaction was she jerked her head back, and
Yeah.
that ruptured the artery in her brain, and that's what killed her.
Yeah.
If she had paid attention, that would not have happened. But
Right.
now we got to deal with these damn screens
Yeah.
above the glass and everything. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Lori John, she was a drag racer, and she was driving a rail, and sure enough, she died in the car. She was only in her 20s.
I don't know if he's still alive, the legendary Big Daddy Don Garlett.
Oh yeah,
But I've passed by.
Yeah, he's still around. He's still racing.
Every time I go to Florida, I pass right by his museum. It's really big there,
He's got two.
right off I-75.
He's got two of them. It's got one in California and one in Florida.
The one in Florida is big.
Yeah, so is the one in California. It's huge.
Where does he live? Florida or California?
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Big
Oh
Daddy
yeah.
Don Garland.
Oh yeah. He just test drove electric rail, and it went over 200 miles per hour.
Shirley used to piss him off all the time.
Sure, Shirley Medalny, not a sweetheart.
Yeah, but she used to piss back Daddy Don Garland off, though.
I met her a couple times. I met her a couple times at a drag strip and wanted her autograph. She just turned her head. And she got her license here in Ontario, in Canada, because they
but she purposely
they wouldn't give it to her in the States.
She loved making Don Garland angry every time he beat her or beat him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Don Garlits, he's in his 80s. Well, look at Richard Petty. He's in his 80s too. He doesn't race anymore. He just sponsors NASCARs. That's all he does.
The first drag race I went to, first race I ever saw, man, I loved it. I loved the thunder of the engines and everything. But that first race, the car that was closer to us on our side, as soon as they hit the gas, his engine blew and flew 100 feet in the air.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, that race is over.
Yeah, I bet. I seen it once that a guy was right in the water pit, and he let the car go, and all of a sudden you see the rear end behind the car.
Damn. But that engine, it was like wham, and the engine just goes straight in the air. He didn't go but 2 feet, and the other guy just took off. I'm like, well, that was an easy race.
Yeah. He probably just pedaled down the track so he wouldn't waste gas.
But I tell you, it's funny when you hear the crowd say the same thing all in unison together. When that happened, it was wham! Oh shit! Everybody said the same thing.
Yeah. I always loved the wheel standers that they go on their back wheels all the way down the track for the quarter mile, like the Hemi Underglass and cars like that. Little Red Wagon. That was pretty cool. And they did it at nighttime, and all the sparks would come out of the back of the car. It was pretty wild.
Oh, excuse me. Well, that pilot's full. I ain't even going to try there.
Oh, yeah, getting to a truck stop? It looks like a truck stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, truck stops right about now are all flat full.
Yeah, I see it. Cool.
I might have to go back a few miles. I might have to go back a few miles and go to that one truck stop where I hardly saw any trucks in it. But hopefully they got pay parking there at the Petro, because a lot of drivers are cheap asses and won't pay the damn $20 to park. And I'm like, dude, if you can't afford $20 to park your truck at night, then you're running your business wrong.
Yeah.
Unless they're a company driver, now that's different.
Right.
But an owner operator, you should be able to afford that. Shoot, man, the way I throw $20 bills around, it's like throwing quarters.
Yeah, I saw that race, John, that Dill got hit.
The only reason why I went is because Gene Simmons was sponsoring a car.
Oh, yeah?
And it wasn't shit. He lost every race. You know, he bragged about it on his website and everything. I like Gene Simmons. You know, I looked up to him as a musician ever since I was a little kid. You know,
Yeah,
he has a
he was
BA. That's what he went to college for.
he's a good businessman.
Yes, he is. But
Great guy.
sometimes, like everybody else, you could be a good businessman and still make a sorry ass investment.
Well, he's part Jew too, right? No, but he's part
He
Jewish
is
too.
Jewish.
Yeah,
He's not part. He's 100% Jewish.
yeah.
His real name is Sham Wiz. He was
Right.
born in half of Israel.
Oh, okay.
Him and his mother immigrated to Queens, New York when he was 5 years old. He didn't speak a lick of English when he came here, but he speaks
Right.
a dozen languages now. Paul Stanley is Jewish. His real name is
Yeah.
Stanley Izan. But when I was growing up, they would have these guys come out and do these speeches, you know, about motorcycle clubs, devil worship, and everything. And they were talking about Kiss, right?
Yeah.
And I told them, I was laughing at the guy because they said the S's are just like the S's from the Gestapo in World War II, the Nazis. And I'm like, I said, you do realize that the logo was created by Ace Frehley, which Ace Frehley was Catholic, just like Peter Criss was Catholic.
Right.
And I told him, I said, you do realize that Gene and Paul are Jewish.
Right.
He didn't know that.
Huh.
I said, if you think that that was meant to be anti-Semitic, you're wrong.
Huh.
I said, Gene and Paul are Jewish. He
Right.
didn't believe me.
Huh. Yeah, Kiss always did a pretty good concert, that's for sure. Always a good show.
And I've seen him 10 times. And I'll be right back. I got to pay for this parking
Yep.
spot. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh. Were you watching Brooklyn Check, Joe?
Oh, how you know?
No?
No, I didn't watch everything.
Oh, she's on for like 10 hours, though.
Oh, you talk about this?
Oh, oh yeah.
After the girl you describe him? Anyway, yeah, I gotta go.
Okay.
Drive
Okay,
safely.
thanks for coming in, Joe. Take care. Yeah, I got to start building in John, for sure. Like I got this, the roll bar done mostly. So, I'm going to be shutting down shortly. Shortly. Not yet, but shortly. Oh, from Australia. All that fluff and stuff. Well, you're probably done and gone now. Yeah, I find that Dale Earnhardt was an aggressive driver all the time that he raced. He hates losing. Hates it, hates it, hates it. Why is Canada so, what? Why is Drake so lame? Who's Drake? I have no idea who Drake is. Sorry. Who is Drake, Comic Kiss? I have no idea. Working on the wood for the bench. Oh, okay. Watch the races with Dale died and never watched another. Yeah, me too. Me too. Sorry to see him go, but it is what it is. Hi, Kitchen and Vlogs. How you doing? How you doing today? Thanks for stopping in. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I forget. I shared somebody out today, but if you come here, more often, Kitchen and Vlogs, I will give you a jacket. It's just that it's your first time, so. But I will give you a jacket the next time you pop in, or if you pop in a couple times, then I will give you a jacket, okay? I'm sorry, but I had some incidents that I gave people jackets and they were timing people out without my knowledge, with no reason whatsoever. A lot of work in what, Steve? In the 55 Chevy, or in wood for the bench? Yeah, it's a lot of work so far. Needs a few more bars put in the 55 around the seat area, sidebars around the seat, things like that. But majority of it is done. Then I have to make the bracing for the firewall too. So, but it's getting there. It's getting there. And once I'm done, finish the whole thing, then I will send it off to Miguel. Miguel is sick right now, so. I talked to him earlier. Oh, I don't follow rap, so that's probably why I don't know. I don't follow rap, Steve. I don't follow rap whatsoever. I don't mind people, doing it, but I don't follow it. I watched a pretty good movie about some rap. There was a true story that got killed. I watched a movie about it. Now, I hope you understand that, Kitchen and Vlogs.
There we go. Now I'm back.
Okay. Yeah,
You live.
people get pissed off because I don't give them a jacket, because it's the first time in the live. I told the person, you come here more often, then I will give you a jacket. Like.
Oh yeah.
I had somebody playing around with my people in the chat, and they were timing people out for no reason.
Yeah, I don't like that. The only people I give a jacket to is people that I've known from other channels for a while.
Yeah.
But I can't remember how I did it. Because I made Sammy and Darren Dobson and a couple others. I gave them the blue wrench, but I can't remember how I did it.
Yeah, you gotta be on the YouTube part of it. You can't be on the StreamYard to do it. You have to be on the YouTube.
Oh,
You
I
have to
thought you could do
open
it
two
from StreamYard.
windows, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. There's very limited truck parking, pay parking, and she said they've got 2 spots left, and I know it. When it's this late, you always got somebody that'll test it out. They'll park there without paying, and they're gonna have to knock on doors, and the driver gets so uptight and aggravated. It's like,
Right.
dude, you should have paid for the spot. You don't, they're gonna kick you out. You don't move, they will tow you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a lot of weed right there on that flatbed. And so far, it looks like all the spots have been taken up.
Wow.
Well, there might be an opening right here.
Is that an
Because,
unknown problem when you're doing the long runs?
yeah,
Yeah.
it used to happen regularly, but just every now and then, somebody will park in the paid parking area and not pay for it. They got to get
Right.
tossed out, and they usually get so uptight and upset. You get all the huffy and puffy you want. You're going to lose this battle.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you
Me
get
too.
really up,
Me too, Steve. I watched that too.
someone get really huffy and puffy, and like not only will tow your truck, they'll throw your ass in jail.
Yeah.
The way some of these drivers act. I was at the Loves in Jackson, Florida, 2 years ago. Dude pulled out a gun. The other driver pulled out his gun, blew his brains out right there in the Loves Fuel Island. I thought it was firecrackers going on. No, man. Dude got his brains blown out. He deserved it too because he went back to his truck to get a gun. The other dude just defended himself, but I'll never go in that Loves again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Really? But he did the world a favor, especially the trucking industry.
Yeah, he did a good job on that 3D design, Steve. I think you all did. There's a guy that does a lot of 3D designs for a 3D printer, and he's pretty amazing how he does it. That 3D printing is really big now, eh?
Dark. And I trained my students well. I said, look, if you're bobtail and there's no bobtail parking and you have to use a regular spot, park your truck as if you have a trailer. Some of these guys don't. They back their truck all the way up, and in a dark parking lot, a driver will try to back into that spot and crush your fucking hood.
Yeah.
They will not see you behind the trailer until they hit you. By then, it's too late.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Have
think
you
it's
ever
an
had
empty
any
spot.
close calls, Sean?
No, but I have had a driver. I was in Paul's Valley at the Walmart there again today,
Oh yeah.
and I had to park at the casino there. What happened was the casino's easy parking. You can, if you set yourself up, you can do it just a straight line back, like I just did.
Right.
This guy, I ended up waking up out of my bunk with my cell phone and out the door while he's trying to pull off of me. I did that because if you don't, they'll try to run on you. I was out there with my cell phone taking pictures. Boom, boom, boom. He did 10 grand with the damage to the front of my truck.
Wow.
And I'm like, it's a well lit lot in a casino. And if he did it right, it could be a straight line back. There's plenty of room. But this bastard ended up hitting me. And they had it on camera. Plus, I know them there because the Choctaw Reservation owns that casino because that's Choctaw Reservation territory.
Right.
So he picked the wrong area because they knew me, and they come to security from the casino come walking out, and I know them. Riverwind, he was like, did he hit? We saw that he.
Well, I guess I'm by myself. Well, anyways, people, I'm gonna shut it down. Sean, if you're still around, I'm gonna shut it down anyways. Thanks all for coming. Steve, yeah, that's crazy. Gas prices going up again. Dominic, if you're still here, Kitchener Vlogs, if you're still here, thanks for coming. And Lexus Dude, and everybody else that showed up. Thanks a lot. I greatly appreciate it. I'll talk to you all later. Have a good night. Bye for now.